My name is Noah Adrian Romero, and this is my video response entry. Um, so, I tried to pick characters that I feel like I really identified with, and um, there was no character that I felt super strongly about. However, there were some elements of each character, pretty much the same element, um, that I could definitely relate to. But before I get into that, I want to say that from my standpoint, the things that were really loud to me, as far as like the different definitions that we've gone over in class, were Robert Murphy's and Stuart Hall's. I think Stuart Hall's definition, where um, popular culture stems from the friction between the hegemonic group and then the greater population, uh, was really showed very well, especially with the art piece that uh, was going to be so controversial, and then also the Robert Murphy's definition, where the combination of behaviors acquired, um, that eventually become our personality was shown a lot. And I think people kind of get it flip-flopped. It seems that it's very natural for people to kind of assume that whatever entity, organization, nation that you want to represent, those organizations, entities, and so on, create the parameters. But in reality, the only parameters that they set is that you show proof or evidence that you are a part of it. So what I mean by that is, like, easiest example, say you're a part of the Marine Corps, people are expecting you to be brave, good looking, but crayon eaters, belligerent, drinks a lot, things like that. However, that's not true. The Marine Corps is represented by anything a single Marine does, or a group of Marines. Um, so, by saying that, within their own right, Diego and David, they both are representing their nation proudly, respectfully, but they're doing it in their own way. And they obviously, the movie goes into, is one way right, is one way wrong. And I think unless it is going against the fundamental principles of whatever organization that organization entity has, there is no right or wrong. And I've been in that position on both sides, where I was a part of something and I didn't feel like I fit. So I didn't feel as if I was representing it correctly, or I didn't belong. And that obviously isn't necessarily true. I wasn't, making a fool of myself or bringing any negativity to whatever group or entity that I was a part of. But those feelings were still there, because in my thought process, the organization or the entity is giving the parameters that I need to follow. And I've also been on the other end, where I'm accusing someone of not properly representing or contributing to the group, because there's a lack of certain personality, action, whatever, that I believed set the parameter for representing or providing for whatever entity, group, or nation. So in that respect, I think that this movie does a great job in kind of bringing that conversation to light. I think it's almost hidden through a lot of, I felt, very like stereotypical, not real people, in the sense that they felt very superficial. Obviously they had certain storylines and things going on, but I don't think, in my experience at least, it didn't seem very accurate. And obviously, the movie's older. It was a different time. It's a different culture entirely. And who knows? Maybe that was done intentionally to kind of lead the audience to certain thought processes, or just to have them question their own beliefs and way of thinking. And if that is true, I think that they accomplished that, because I definitely, also with the help of this assignment, reflected on how I would have fit into any of those roles, in that time period, in those situations. And to a certain extent, I think everyone definitely experiences that. I don't think there's anyone who is completely ignorant to that, unless they belong to certain groups that choose to stay ignorant just by practice. But again, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I hope this is what you are asking for, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.